Good morning. I bring you greetings from the Greater Washington Community Foundation, where our president and CEO is Tonya Wellens. I'm Darcel Wilson. We are headquartered in Washington, D.C., and I run the Prince George's County office. We have a footprint also in Montgomery County and Northern Virginia. And so just really happy to be here this morning to share a little bit of information. I know I only have 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Um, we are a 52-year-old organization founded in 1974 as a public charity, and we are the largest grant maker in the region. And so the Greater Washington Community Foundation exists to build racially equitable, just, and thriving communities where everyone prospers. This is my after retirement job. One of the things that I had said I wanted to do in retirement was to work in my own community. I had spent a number of years at the working in higher ed and with some other local nonprofits, Chesapeake Bay Foundation, Salvation Army, and the Habitat for Humanity International. This mission that I just shared with you is what brought me here. I've been sitting in this seat for 3 years, and we are serious about creating communities, thriving communities where everyone has an opportunity to reach his or her full potential. I had a meeting yesterday with our new county exec to be sure that we are aligned with them, and I'm so excited. I'm even more excited than I was when I came on board 3 years ago about our mission and our ability to be able to really empower our residents. The Prince George's County office is 27 years old, and we had existed prior to coming up under the umbrella of the Greater Washington Community Foundation. The Community Foundation is comprised of 800 funds, including more than 600 donor-advised funds, meaning that people like you put your funds with us and tell us how you want to support the community, and we help you do that. We have $46 million in assets, and we have invested $1.6 billion into the community since our existence. I wish I had this picture to show. Oh, there it is. I love that picture because it really does speak to our mission. And when people tell you that we're getting a hand up, it's not that at all. If I'm too short to see over the top of this fence, I need a ledge to stand on. So I just love that. That really does speak to our mission exactly. Thank you. I didn't realize somebody was advancing the slide, so good. Thank you. And we can pass to the next one. Again, primarily we support, when we're in our grant-making mode, we're supporting the basic needs of the community, economic mobility, and wealth giving. Basic needs has been our bread and butter and will continue to be what we focus on. But in the last 3 years, our president and CEO and her board of trustees had put together a 10-year strategic plan that we would focus more heavily on economic mobility and wealth building, helping people to move from crisis situations to stability and then to mobility. Some of the ways that we've done that here in the county, under our most recent campaign, we raised $75 million. And with that, we established programs in partnership with the Prince George's County School System. Brilliant Futures is a children's savings program. We identified one school in Prince George's County and one in Montgomery County to do this pilot work with. We invested $1,000 into each incoming kindergarten student's account at Bradbury Heights Elementary School in Capitol Heights, Maryland. And we have promised to invest up to an additional $1,000 every year for their entire school year. We're really proud of that. At the end of that, each of those students will have at least a $13,000 fund that they can use for anything, putting a down payment on a house, furthering in their education, starting a business, any economic mobility agenda that them and their family might have, they'll have that money available to them. Now, we did that in the last year's graduating kindergarten class and this year's incoming kindergarten class. And we did the 2 classes in Montgomery County as well. So we're really proud of that. The other program we launched in partnership, it was a public-private partnership. Meyer Foundation invested the first $1 million. Our county executive invested, and our county council also invested into Thrive Prince George's. It's a guaranteed income program. And what we've been doing since May of 2024 is giving $800 a month stipends to 50 youth who aged out of foster care during the pandemic, and 125 senior citizens who are also caregivers. Another program that we're really proud of. I cannot tell you, well, I will share with you that one of the youth who aged out of foster care, who happens to be a mom, one of the things she said, now I can go get my child back from my grandmother who was helping me, and I can begin to think about my next steps. So what that really does, it's not a handout at all. It really is giving to people time and space to find themselves again and to get back up. And so we're really, again, proud of that. We also partnered with the PNC Bank to support small businesses along the blue and the purple corridors, and so really proud of that as well. We've given them technical assistance and $20,000 in support to do whatever they felt like they needed to do to advance their small businesses. So again, really proud of that. I just want to show you this map too. Next slide. Yes, so before we began our work, we worked with research partners to sort of figure out where we needed to go first to have the greatest impact. And so this map sort of depicts where we're doing our work in Washington, D.C. and here in Prince George's County. If anybody asks or is curious about how we identified the populations we're working with, this is research-backed. And so that's where we do our work. Every 2 years, you can go to the next slide. Every 2 years, we publish a publication titled Voices DMV. It's a 44-page publication, like I said, published every 2 years, and it reports on the well-being of the DMV region. And I will provide you a link so you can share it with others, but it really does, for those of you who are working in the community, it really does help to inform you with data that will support your work. And so there's a section in there for Prince George's County as well. So happy to share that link and to leave it with you. And finally, I think I'm just gonna, oh, I know. Go to the nonprofit endowment fund slide, yes. So for those of you who have or managing nonprofits, one of the things that happened in the pandemic, people had to close their doors. Small churches and other nonprofits had to close their doors. We are hoping to help people for the next crisis, although we may already be in it. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, for the next crisis, to be able to set up an endowment fund, and then that way you can invest that and have it ready for your next crisis. So just wanted to plug that. If you're interested, please see me, and thank you so much for having me. One of the things, 2 more things quickly. There's a magazine, and I know you're gonna say it's outdated, but we took this as a special publication. It's all about Greater Washington Community Foundation's efforts based on what I just told you, so please take a copy of that. We have our signature event coming up on October 30th, and we would love to have your sponsorship and your attendance. And so I will share that information with you as well, so we can put it on the website. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Before you go, I want to highlight, because you spoke about it in 2 seconds, and I was hoping you was going to spend a little bit more time on the Nonprofit Endowment Fund, because that is a space where churches can jump in immediately and see turnaround on their investment. And so I'm nervous, but can I give you 30 more seconds to talk?
I promise not to. Yes, the minimum investment is $25,000, and you have to leave it sit for 18 to 24 months to begin begin the investment, and then you have a spinoff on that. But in churches, you know, you guys are always raising money anyway, and why not put that on your agenda and build your endowment over time? And that way you have money to spend when you're in a crisis.
Not only in a crisis, but for churches who have a scholarship fund, and so you put 25,000, 100,000, 200,000, and let it sit in the scholarship fund. After that 2 years, you're peeling off to give your scholarships rather than spending the money that you raise for your scholarships. Amen.
And I think your parishioners are more apt to invest in something like that because it's the gift that keeps on giving. They will forever be a gift giver in that process.